Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Zimasa for all those who do not know me. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining us on yet another video. And if it is your first time here, you're very much welcome to this channel. Please do collude your bike and feel at home. If you have not subscribed, I do kindly ask that you click the subscribe button. It is free to do so. By doing so, you do help this channel to grow in numbers. And I do kindly ask that you do not forget to like this video, as it helps it to reach more people. You know, when the algorithm is algorithm to this side of YouTube. But thank you so much to each and everyone who has been supporting this channel, who has been watching the ads. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Now, in this video, I will not do much talking. You know, I don't like talking too much when it comes to this case. I just want to watch. I just want to watch and see. And you know what? I have been watching, I've been listening, and there are certain things that are coming up to me that I'm discovering. I'm like, what? You know, this week for me, that is the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, has been a week of what? I've been shocked by a lot of things, because remember, like I said initially, that I am still like a baby in this case, the Senzo Meyiwa case. I'm still trying to put one and one together. And what, child, what Mngomezuli keeps saying about the cooking, seemingly the cooking, hey, I don't want to say the cooking was done because these are my colleagues, and maybe one day I'm paying advance of judge writer. But guys, what did the state do here? I mean, Pinky from Vodacom, an expert from Vodacom, has been on the stand, and now she's being cross-examined by the defense team. And Advocate Mnisi was cross-examining Upinki. And, you know, she put it onto Upinki on what happened on that particular day and why the tower will actually pick accused number 3's a phone number, where you know that evidence by Upinki. Now, but now, what I want to ask is, maybe you guys can actually help me, and I will try and, you know, I'm trying to watch the other days of this case, like maybe last year. I'm trying to find other things as well, so that I can, you know, be sure as to what is it that is happening. Why is it that now Advocate Mnisi places accused number 3, 5, I think, and 2. Okay, let me just say 3 and 5 together. But there was a point where they said they do not know each other. They only met each other in court. What is it that I'm missing? I will watch, but I just want us to engage. What is it that I'm missing? But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do continue to watch the cross-examination that I have attached on this video on Advocate Mnisi's evidence, or Advocate Mnisi's cross-examination on what actually happened according to the you know, the evidence by accused number 3, if he were to be called to take a stand and say what happened on the day. So he actually said that this is what accused number 3 will say happened on that particular day. Now, thank you so much for watching until the end. I will see you on my next video.
If circumstances were to demand that accused number 3 comes and explain to this court his movement on the 26th of October 2014, he would simply say, look at exhibit G1. Nee, that is G1. Yeah, he would simply say, look at exhibit G1. That was my movement. But in amplifying it, in its amplification of his movement, this is what he's going to say. And I say, if that need would arise, amongst others, I'm not here to proffer his full version, his whole story. If he has got a story to tell, that is going to be him. But in summary, this is what his version is going to be, if you call upon to come and explain his movements on the 26th. This is what we would say. That indeed, he was staying in Joburg, at the corner of Thane Hans and Moy Street. Just a second, man. Now I approach accused. I think I forgot the name of the street. Where
Nugget.
Excuse me, madam.
Nugget. Is it Nugget?
Thank you, madam.
Is it a Nugget?
He definitely says Nugget, man.
Yes, it's
so
because
the court has
I'm
got
here,
a clue of
I'm here
what
in
we're
court.
talking about.
I'm here in court.
Yes.
That Leicester.
So the court knows the place.
No, I know the evidence.
Or the evidence.
Yes.
No,
I
I
know
thought the
that
court
is-
has got a clue of what you're speaking about. No, thank you, madam. Yes. He says he was renting a flat at Corner Plain and Nugget Street. At Corner Main and Nugget Street, which is in the city center of Joburg. There's no, it is no wonder why when he woke up on the 26th of October 2014, when he started to be busy with his phone, we see all those Whole Street, the Moy Street, and the Wolhuter Street, because he was staying around that area. But in a sense, this is what he says. Morning of the 26th, himself, in the company of accused number 4, which is Mr. Mapisa, and other gentlemen, which he says that himself, Mr. Mapisa, a gentleman called Skaya, another gentleman called Zenzele, there was also another gentleman called Mabungu, there was also another gentleman called Ndawonde, they then hatched a plan. They decided to drive to Spruit. They used a Kumbi that was driven by Zenzel Mtulu. Spruit, he tells me that Spruit is another name for Katlehong. He says Spruit is another name for Katlehong. I don't know where Spruit is, I don't know where Katlehong is. But that is where they decided to drive. They went there to see some of their friends as well. There were some of their friends who stayed there. Then they got to Spruit. Let me tell you, he's not so sure about the time, the exact time. I think it will be a fallacy again to expect him to say, at 31 minutes past 9 o'clock, this is where we were. At 35 minutes past 9 o'clock in the morning, that is where we were. I just want this court to have that in mind. But he says, on this day, this is what his movement. They ended up at Spruit, which is the reason why at 27 minutes past 11, there's that tower there, Moseleke and Poneho. Those towers are in Spruit, are in Katlehong. So they say. Now, they saw some of their friends there. As I'm saying, this is just a summary of he would come and tell us court if circumstances arise. You should not be persecuted for saying that, but your counsel never said this. You are saying this. This is just a summary. He will come and add all the information himself. Thank you. Because I know the trick. Yes. They stayed there for some time. You can also remember for how long did they stay, because that was not their ultimate destination. Their ultimate destination was Fossil Ridge, which is the reason why at 26 minutes past 12, they were still at Spruit. We see that tower, Taponsako. He was busy in his phone. There's also that Taponsako tower that caught his phone. They were still in Spruit in Katlehong. Also a study section is also a Spruit in Katlehong. Then from there, they drove over to Fossil Ridge, which was their destination. And actually at Fossil Ridge, they did not go to the entire Fossil Ridge, but they visited a specific area at Fossil Ridge which is called Lesedi. Now, as I'm saying, You can't really say that at Phosphorus we arrived exactly at 15 minutes past 12 or at 15 minutes past 1. But at some point, midday, they arrive at Phosphorus, which is then the reason why at 13:41, we see that his phone is picked up by some towers at Phosphorus up until 16:28, that is 16:28:56, they were still in Phosphorus, specifically at Mnisi. Now what he says is that whilst at Mnisi, they were not seated like stones or senseless things. They would go out and buy beer. They would go out and do this, go out and do this, go out and do this. Which is the reason why you see all those activities there, like for Phosphorus SGS3, Phosphorus West SGS2 and all those things. But their central focus was at Mnisi. Now, at Phosphorus, they also, there by the same. He said it's a section in Phosphorus. They also visited a friend of theirs, a certain Mr. Ngamuza. But as I'm saying, he will come and admit to what I've already, on the foundation that I've already laid on what he will come and say. Then from the city, in the afternoon, they then decided to hit the road back home, or to where they were staying. After having had that jamboree, all the festivities there. Then they decided to hit the road to where they were staying in Joburg, which is the reason why you see that at 5 minutes past 5 in the afternoon, on the same date, his cell phone is picked up by a tower, Heidelberg.
Correct.
At Heidelberg Road. And then from there we get into Ben Rose and all those things up to Holt Street. That is his version. On their arrival in Joburg, they went to George Koch men's place. What is it now? Hostel. Yes. George Koch Hostel. George Koch Hostel is in the vicinity of the area known as Ben Rose. Which is then no surprise that upon their arrival in Joburg, it's depicted on this exhibit that they spent some time around Ben Rose. Now at Ben Rose, not really Ben Rose, at George Koch Hostel, which is in the vicinity of Ben Rose, that is where then they met accused number 5. He was from work. That is his version. Then they had some few festivities there. Then they decided to leave George Koch to their respective areas. But they traveled in the same motor vehicle in the Kumbi. Accused number 1, no. Accused number 4 was left at around GP Street. Now, accused number 4 was left around street known as the Julie Street. Him, accused number 3, and accused number 5 were dropped at the flat that is at corner Main and Nugget Street, where they were sharing a room. Because of the fact that they've been busy the whole day, there was, the state of sobriety had been abrogated. Accused number 2, no. Accused number 5 was from work. They then slept up until the following day. Now, in amplification of the fact that they were at George Koch Hostel, I would want us to go to exhibit S.
I do not have a copy of this.
Oh, okay. I'm going to request the state manager to assist us with the photo album.
What number is this?
Photo 17.
Oh, 17. Okay, fine.
No, wait. On photo number, on exhibit S, madam. Now, let us start with photo number 9. I'm not so sure whether technology would allow us to have that photo beamed on the main screen there.
But how does this with this?
Last time, our colleague here was very handy. Mr. Sibande was very handy in beaming that information. I'm not so sure if you would
Sorry,
offer
Mr.
assistance.
Mnisi, do you want this with this? witness
Yes, ma'am.
who testify about the photos, make comments about the photos.
No.
So why do you show all this?
No, my lord. I'm avoiding a situation
Of what?
where, look, these photos, they also correlate to the testimony of the cell phone data that
Okay,
that
fine,
this
fine,
witness
okay,
testified
fine.
about. Yes. So there's a synergy there. It's one supports the other. So it will be a miscarriage of justice on my side if I don't do that on behalf of accused number 3. But nonetheless, ma'am, let us proceed. I think everybody has got a photo album, Exhibit S. It might not be necessary for us to have it pinned there. Photo number 9 on Exhibit S.
Which page is photo?
That's page 9. I'm sorry. That should be page 9. Yes.
I am on page 9, photo number 9.
Yes. On page number 9, there are two gentlemen that are squatting there, although that photo is a little bit blurred. But the gentleman who's in the lightish clothes, that's accused number 3. The gentleman who is at the back with the bluish clothes, that's accused number 4. And according to the information that we received from the state, this photo was taken on the 26th of October 2014 at 11:52. And this information that is depicted today is depicting them being sprayed at Mazibuko hostel. This is just to amplify what is contained in your cell data as well. Now you will see that from 11:27 up until 12:41, as per his version, they are at Katlehong or at Spruit. So basically, the time at which this photo is information that's from the state. This photo was taken from between those two time frames. As I've said, they might not specifically say at this point in time, at 3 minutes past this so much, this is what we were doing. It would be like expecting the impossible from them. Thank you. Now let's go to page 12. Of the same photo album. Now this is another photo on the information that was presented by the state, on the evidence, not only information, on the evidence that was presented by the state that depicts accused number 3. And according to the state's evidence, this photo was taken at 17:31:14 seconds. That is 31 minutes past 5 in the evening, in the afternoon. And according to him, accused number 3, this area that is depicted there is George Koch Hostel. Now, very interesting, man. Now, when you look at the broader aspect of this photo, what would your comment be with regard to the hairstyle that accused number, that this person that is depicted on this photo is wearing?
Do you want me to comment on his hairstyle?
No, not comment. What you see here, your observation. I'm not saying comment. You know, a comment might be something that comes out of your viewpoint. But what you see here, what is it that you see here?
I see a picture of a gentleman enlarged, and then another gentleman on the left-hand side, and the one on the right-hand side is facing the gentleman that's enlarged.
Thank you, ma'am. Before we adjourn from lunch, I said, what is it that you are observing about the hairstyle that he's wearing? The gentleman with, that gentleman who's got an enlarged photo there. What does his hairstyle look like?
It's long.
Yes.
Perhaps plaited, or I don't know what you call this hairstyle, but it's
Thank you.
long.
Yeah, well, you would not be faulted to try and give a definition of what you see here. Don't worry, man. I understand you're not an expert. But again, is it also correct that what is depicted on this photo is that on his left hand ear, he's wearing an earring? No, the evidence doesn't see this. You must either say yes or no.
Yes.
Thank you.
What should I make of the evidence you're giving this witness to say?
Excuse me, mother.
What should I make of the evidence that this gentleman has got an earring on his ears?
what should the court make of that
Yeah,
evidence?
you said that to her.
Yes.
What should I make of that?
It will be up to the court.
No, no,
What
I'm
makes
asking you.
about that evidence. I cannot direct the court what to make of that evidence.
Am I correct to say you suggested that? to
Yes,
him?
yes.
Fine, no problem.
Yes.
No problem.
Yes.
Okay, it's your talk.